Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Fall of the Western Roman Empire campaign. So as of late, we've been delayed by defensive pacts, and so today I'd like to explore ways to circumvent them while saving up money so that we can restore the Circus Maximus. Now, we're almost there. We're only about 150 gold short, so that is something that we could very well accomplish today. I would want to probably give ourselves a little bit of breathing room though, so maybe shooting for 1800 rather than 1500 would be safe. We'll see what we can do. But while we let the clock run, I'd like to look at some options regarding attacking these guys. I've been reading up on the subject, and it would appear... Oh, we're about to get raided in Liguria again. It would appear that... with the amount of troops that we can call on, which is a little over, basically almost 14,000 here, and another, are you already done? Okay. Another 3,200 from the Legion that we have access to. We could potentially overwhelm our enemies before there's any real consequence from the defensive pact, but we'll need to look and see where the defensive pact is coming from, because in reality, if they're halfway across the map, they're never going to arrive in time to make a difference anyway, and so there's really no reason to concern ourselves with that. God, these raids are becoming a real problem. I mean, they already were a real problem, but this is just getting ridiculous. And there's really nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Let's see. I don't have... Like, they're coming all the way from Denmark. And... even though he's raiding me constantly, I can't declare war on him or anything. Which is probably the most frustrating part about raids is I feel like if somebody was outright attacking your capital and killing your people and stealing stuff from you, you'd have a pretty good reason to go to war with them. In fact, that's basically a declaration of war that they're committing. But unfortunately, there's nothing in the game that reflects that, and so they're entirely safe from me while they sit here and raid my capital. Well, we can disband you guys now. We made out of that okay. We didn't lose much. But unfortunately, still very annoying. So, yeah, we can muster... That went down slightly, unfortunately. But about 13,000 men there. So if we factor in the Legion, that is pretty much 16,000. So with 16,000 men, if we can get them all here very quickly and besiege it, I believe that we could take this before there's any significant consequences. So let's look at who would actually be against us. Interesting. Did it go away? Where's the defensive pact? Or did he leave it? That's almost too good to be true. There's nobody here. I'm going to send it. But I do worry that there's like a bug or something happening and he is part of the defensive pact still. We should be able to see. No, as far as I can tell, he's not. Yeah, he must have left it, which was a very poor choice on his part. So, unfortunately, this is going to set us back a bit gold-wise, because we're going to have to spend 500 here in order to do this in one shot. But I think it's worth it, because we do need this land in order to complete our goal. This is a rare opportunity for us to grab it, and we are making money very quickly. As you can see, we're pretty much already to that 1,500, and we've only been, you know, in this episode for a few minutes. So, let's do that. We can call in allies. I probably won't bother on this one, but I will on that one because they actually might get there in time to participate. So, the lady almost ran me down as I entered the hall. Tearfully, she told me that my granddaughter, Caesarius, had insulted her again. So let's see. Oh my god, you are like a combat savant. Okay, so what are our options here? Gains the trait honest, and she likes me a bit more, but the princess that she insulted likes us less. We can praise her honesty. Nobody comes out good on that one. Actually, it looks like everybody hates the girl. So we can steer her away from honesty, or we can punish her. So is honesty really benefiting her? She's at 8 diplomacy now and 1 intrigue. Without this, she would be at 5 diplomacy and 3 intrigue. I don't know that that's better or worse. With 1 intrigue, she's fairly likely to be assassinated, but let's just tell her that honesty has its bounds. We'll get rid of honest. She'll go back to 5 and 3, and I think that'll be fine. Yeah, she's a little bit more balanced that way. I need to call up an army. Oh, okay, I need to reissue that to somebody as well. Call up the troops. Do I need the Legion? I'm not going to call in the Legion here. We don't need it. While we have the benefit of this pause, let's grab everybody. And Muster and Capua, they're consolidating too, so I don't have to worry about them getting caught. Oh. Is that 18 men? No, 18 galleys. How many men are here? Well, that's unfortunate. Merge. Head up to here. You guys stay there and deal with that, and we'll send everybody else to help out. Meanwhile, let's call up the ships. You two, merge, hop aboard, and I'm going to deliver you to there. Okay, so let's close that. Get rid of all of this. Where were you? Oh, you were the governor. Okay, so I need to give away 2 titles. Right. Let's look at our court then and see if there's anybody worthy. It's my son-in-law. I don't want to give him any land because I'll lose control of my grandchildren if I do that. I really don't have a whole lot of men in my court. You're just a random courtier. You have a son. Unfortunately, you're a heretic. It's a real shame. Your son's not, though. Let's find somebody. We need to bring in some fresh blood, I feel like. So we need men. Not in prison. If they're not married, it's not the end of the world. They can't be a ruler, though. Willing to join my court, my religion, my culture group. Okay, 21. That's a good start. He's not a very good character, but I can work with him. So, invite to my court. Let's see. You're pretty young and a better character, so we'll bring you on board. We'll probably put him in that position. Crixus, why not? You got a claim on something. Sorrento. We'll see. Let's see. You're not a terrible commander, so we'll bring you aboard as well. You've got a lot of traits, but your skills suck. How did you manage that? That's probably fine for now. We didn't need too many. Anybody that's capable of command, though, I'll bring on, because they come and go pretty quickly, so having some replacements never hurts. So we'll grab those 2 as well. Okay, so wait for them to join. If they're not married, I will marry them to somebody and then give them some land. So I was going to give it to you, I think. You are married. Perfect. Saves me some trouble. Okay, pause, please. Oh, we were defeated by... Oh, that's actually a pretty large force that showed up. Okay, close all this, please. You... Varastinum? I think that's it. Excuse me. So that would be there. Congratulations. And then I will grant you the province as well. What province was that? Oh, great. I'll have to just play with it. Not that one. I think it, yeah, it must have been this one. So, there you are. You're a governor now. Congratulations. Okay, you guys need to merge, or you're going to lose that fight. I might end up losing it anyways. Yeah, it's going to take us forever to get our people in place. Okay. Everybody hustle. Okay, okay, okay. Let's close all this. Got a fight happening there. Our morale looks pretty good, and we have numbers, so I think we can pull that one out. Oh, they went on the attack. You guys, crap. That was where I landed the boats. Is it too late to pull you out of there? Probably. But let's disband the boats. Unfortunately, they're going to lose that. If you guys move to here, you can actually probably defeat them. One last thing I want to do before we really kick this off is... Oh, obviously we're at war, so we can't. I noticed that he had unmarried daughters, and I was considering marrying them to the people we just brought in, but obviously, being at war with him, he's not too keen on that. Defeat. Okay, yeah. I figured as much. You start moving out as well. We'll gather everybody in one area. Cool. Victory somewhere. It must have been up here. Okay, so I think we've successfully ran them off. I'm going to pursue and continue crushing them. Or are they... They're heading to the boat, aren't you? Yeah, they're headed here. Nothing I can do about that. So... you guys just stay on guard. That works for me. Stay on guard up there. Meanwhile, we're going to go on the attack over here. We're going to try to crush their army, and then we'll move on Salerno. And we'll try to just assault it and get it over with quickly. Let's combine these forces. Oh, it's already over. You move to there, you move to here. And we'll soften them up a bit. You can start the siege. I don't know if it's worth assaulting that. Here's what we'll do. We're going to switch roles. As soon as the game will allow me to, I'm going to pause just so they don't get too far away. You guys are going to swap. You're going to go after the army. And then we can go ahead and assault that without taking very, very horrible casualties. You can actually jump in there as well. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and assault that. It should be fairly quick. There we go. Victory and victory. Don't know that we want to assault that one. Go ahead and merge, go after them. Try to keep up. But yeah, at almost 1,000 men, we probably want to wait that one out. Keep going, yeah, keep going. Oh wait, they retreated to here, didn't they? Whoops. Off you go. We got raiders. Whoa! That's a special tithe, alright. Damn. Okay, so we're being raided here. You two, see if you can do anything about it. Meet there, I guess. And then, yeah, go like that. Meanwhile, this force is just standing here. Let's get you guys into the fight. And we can finish this off a little bit more quickly. We're already at 54%, so this should end as soon as we're able to assault this. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. 10,000 men. Finish it off. There's one. Another victory down here as well. Keep pursuing. As soon as... Oh, it's already ready. Go ahead and assault again. And once more for the finish. 98%. Okay. So, is this victory going to give us 2%? Yes, perfect. Okay. We're going to go ahead and enforce our demands. There we go. The territory is mine now. I'm going to have to... Oh. Okay. I thought we would get this from him, but apparently not. All of his titles are supposed to pass to me, but clearly they did not. So, let's go ahead and arrange some marriages. I just brought in a bunch of fresh blood. Let's see. Where are all the young commanders? I only see one, and he's not that young. So, Crixus, there we go. And right here, we'll go with that guy. Perfect. You guys can disband. That doesn't make sense. Okay, march back into our own territory, even though that's our territory now. Okay, we need to get rid of all this. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Just get rid of it. Cool. Okay, so now that they're both married, I can give them land and stuff. We were victorious here. I'm surprised we actually made it. I'm going to disband them. And we should be able to disband you without losing anybody now. Perfect. What about you? Perfect. Okay. So, that did cost us a bit of money, but we're not any worse off than we were at the start of the episode. And now we've taken this territory back. So, we're that much closer to reuniting Rome. Next up is these guys. Unfortunately, they have not left the defensive pact. And we increased our threat. So, unfortunately, that did push the timeline back a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are going to remain a part of it the entire time. And again, we can try for the bum rush. So what I was going to do before was I was going to see who is actually allied against us here, or maybe not allied against us, but who is kind of conspiring. So they're not really a threat, and they're probably too far to really do much anyway. The 5th Legion, I don't know where the legions will spawn if we do this, and they could be deadly, because each legion, I figure, is about the same as our own, so 3,000, 3,200, and I'm fairly sure there's at least 4 legions in here. So, let's see. They could be a problem, given their proximity, although they're not going to be anywhere near as strong as us, but that's not really the issue. So there's another legion. They're not really relevant. 2 more legions. Obviously these guys, but we're attacking them, so that's not really a problem. And then the Vandals are part of it as well. That's an issue. You guys, I don't really care about. And then, are you like mercenaries? How do you work? Where are you? I wish you could see their location. Like, where are you currently? I don't know. Well, the legions are really the most concerning thing. The rest, I don't think, is really relevant at all, aside from maybe this group and then the Vandals. Definitely the Vandals, but if that is the issue, I could go after the Vandals first, because I do need land from them as well. And then deal with this group later, because they're not big enough to really cause a problem if we're attacking somebody else. These guys could be. What can you muster? Hold on. I guess it's the same guy. It's saying 2,000. I can muster 13,000. And that's probably not counting my legion. Don't do whatever you're doing. That sounds like somebody important. Yeah, no kidnapping either, please. Oh, he's not going to listen. He's in hiding. How is he? Well, I guess you can still do scheming things while you're in hiding. Let's look at my council. I keep trying to check in on this frequently because they often die without me noticing. Oh, somebody's got TB. Nice. He is coming through for us. That leaves us with 150 more than we need. So long as nobody declares war on us, we should be fine. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build that. It's in the intrigue menu. So rebuild the Circus Maximus. 1,500 gold and we gain 500 prestige and 500 piety. I say we do it. So that ticks off one more box. You've begun the rebuilding and the renovation of the Great Circus Maximus. And they spelled it right this time. When rebuilt, the people can once again enjoy the chariot races as in the days of old. Like how old? Because at this point in history, the Byzantines loved their chariot races. Taking up to 5 years. Okay, well, at least we got it started now. Should I bother with a quarantine? You're up there in age anyways. I'm not worried about you dying. I'm more worried about her dying, honestly. God, she is not very pious. Well, we're just going to let it play out. If he dies, he dies. I'm not concerned. But there's nothing I can do about her. So, yeah. Please don't do whatever you're doing. You as well. Okay. Interesting. Every time I give people land, they go kind of crazy with it. So what did you take? Ooh, I don't like that. He's holding a little bit too much territory in here. And he didn't have any direct claim on it either. I made sure not to give him any hold of the lower titles. A big fire broke out in a peasant village uncomfortably close to my residence. Thankfully, the local temple had a water clock so large it had enough water to douse the flames. Do I need any of those traits? I'm already just. I'm already kind. So the only one I could even benefit from is what? Humble? I'll just take the 2 piety. I don't really need it. Live to an old age. Cool. So we actually succeeded in our ambition there. Living to 60. So what do we do now? Reign for 20 years? How long have you reigned? That's not really going to help me because that wasn't your starting title. But I guess that's the one that counts, right? So 546. It's only been 11 years on that one. But that is my primary title, so I'm pretty sure that's the one that it factors against. I could change it to like... God, I don't know. Because he's kind of been all over the place with his titles. Because he was a king before he was the player character. But I don't recall for how long before. So I don't know that that will complete anytime soon. It would take like another 9 or so years, maybe 8. And I don't know if he'll live that long. Go traveling, find a hobby. Have 5 children. He's only got 1 right. Well, I think this guy counts even though he's dead. Friend, befriend a priest. Huh. Let's do that, because we should be able to do that fairly quickly, actually. In fact, that should take no time at all, because we're making fistfuls of money every month. Okay, so we have another Christian being sacrificed to the pagans. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know why they notify me like that, because often the people are people that I would never have known of anyway. But they make it seem like it's a very big thing, and so I don't know, try to acknowledge it. God, the Visigoths are in pretty rough shape right now. So, our eldest granddaughter is now of legal age. We need to find her a suitable husband. So let's see. Non-aggression pact. Interesting. If we did this one, would that cancel out them as part of the defensive pact? That would be interesting. First of all, let's see if we can land somebody half decent through a matrilineal marriage. This guy's not bad. And it looks like we'd get a non-aggression pact with somebody within the Byzantine Empire. One of the kings. Or one of the queens, excuse me. He's not bad either. But he's not great. Nor is she, for that matter, though. And her children are not going to become the heirs, I should say. So, really, what I should do is focus on giving them some specific task. And I think marrying her to somebody with good martial skill isn't a bad idea, because she has really good martial skill, and so hopefully their children will be good generals for our future kings. This guy is a really good general. He's a bit old, though, at 34. She's less than half of his age, and he has no diplomacy skill, so I couldn't give him land. I think that first guy is probably the best choice. I'm not really seeing anybody that stands out more. We have Segeric, who's kind of similar, but with less diplomacy. And no pact to offer. So I'm thinking this guy. There we go. That's matrilineal. So she'll stay here. He'll come over. We can give them land at some point. And all of our grandchildren from them. Actually, no, it would be our great-grandchildren at that point. It would be her grandchildren will remain in our court. So that works for me. She's a tough soldier. Cool. Too bad she can't command armies. Okay, so she's going to accept. Can I give her land? No, only honorary titles. That's what I figured. Let's see. Oh, wow, he's got a much older sister. I can give you land, though. I don't know that I want to. I'd prefer to hold on to everything I have. But down the line, I'll try to find something for them. And let's see. How old is Maximus? He's the heir right now. 11. Although his brother had a lot more potential. And so we're trying to maybe move him out of that spot. So when he turns 16, we're going to try to kidnap him. And then we will order him to take the vows and make him into a bishop. And maybe, you know, place him somewhere like we did with... God, I don't even know where they ended up, to be honest, but... his cousins, I think they were. I don't recall now, but... Yeah, there he is. Prince Gaius. So, yeah, he's getting up there in age as well. 52. And then his brother, again, our cousin, we did the same thing with, but he ended up dying before it really became an issue anyways. So, I think we will go ahead and end the episode there. If you have any ideas on how we can maybe, again, circumvent this whole defensive pact thing, feel free to let me know. There's other things we can do in the meantime, though, if that becomes an issue that we just can't seem to deal with. For example, the Gepids. Oh, they are part of it. Great. So, well, they're part of a defensive pact. I think there's 2 of them right now. I think there's a pagan one and a Christian one. But I was going to say we can, you know, go ahead and, whenever we fabricate this claim, take advantage of it and declare war on them to grab it. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. You guys, I know, are part of the defensive pact, so we can't go after you. What else is there? You're part of it, so I can't take over the Burgundians. The Alamans are not. So we could grab a large chunk of their territory. Unfortunately, the only reconquest I have is way out west. So it doesn't really benefit me all that much. Interesting. I could claim it in the name of somebody else, though. But are you landed? That's the question. So this guy. He is. Although that would make him very powerful. Probably too powerful. But he has a claim on that whole kingdom. And since he is landed... actually, no. Because that title's equivalent to mine, he wouldn't fall under me. That would make him independent. If I were an emperor, he would fall under me. But right now, king versus king, that makes us equals. He would basically just take this guy's place. And we don't want that. We want him to remain under us. And again, I think that would make him too powerful. Even if we were an emperor, so I wouldn't want to do that. I don't know, we'll think of something. Feel free to throw out any suggestions you guys might have. But I'd like to stay productive, even if we can't continue these conquests for a little while. So any information would help in that regard. I've also looked at turning off the defensive pact thing, but it's too late. You cannot do that once you've started the game. I don't know if save editing is a possibility, but maybe we could remove it through save editing and speed this playthrough along a little bit. That's something I might look into, but, you know, I guess we'll see. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.